Hack2U is a series of single-player action role-playing games for the PlayStation 2. The series contains 3 games: Hack2U Rebirth, Hack2U Reminisce and Hack2U Redemption. As in the previous Hack games, Hack2U simulates a massively multiplayer online role-playing game as a player controls a character who starts playing it. Players assume the role of a participant in a fictional game called the World. While in the world, the player controls the on-screen player character, Haseo, from a third-person perspective, with an optional first-person mode. Within the fictional game, players explore monster-infested fields and dungeons as well as root towns, that are free of combat. They also can log off from the game and return to a computer desktop interface which includes in-game email, news, and message boards, as well as desktop and background music customization options. In Reminisce, an optional card game called Crimson Versus becomes available. The player may save the game to a memory card both from the desktop and within the world at a save shop. After the player completes the game, a data flag appears on the save file, which allows the transfer of all aspects of the player character and party members to the next game in the series. This can also be applied to previous games if the player first finished the Reminisce or Redemption. Players can attack monsters in real time. However, the action pauses whenever the menu is opened in order to select magic to cast, items to use, or skills to perform. The player only directly controls Haseo, while the other characters are controlled by AI. The player may either provide guidelines, free will, rage, life, etc., or issue direct commands, for example, to cast a particular magic at a particular enemy, to the computer-controlled characters. Monsters roam the environments freely or guard treasure chests. Once combat is initiated, via a surprise attack or the player being spotted, a wall erects around the combat area to prevent escape. Weapons give the player access to the skill trigger feature which allows them to perform a powerful attack at the cost of losing SPs. As an adept, rogue character, Haseo can wield multiple weapons for close combat. Although Haseo can only use one weapon for battle. During Reminisce the player can change weapons in the middle of skill triggers. Under certain conditions, the player may execute an enhanced type of skill trigger called Rinjeki. These attacks deal greater damage and fill a morale gauge, which allows the player and his team members to use a combination attack. Certain plot-related fights, called avatar battles, use a different interface which incorporates shoot-'em-up gameplay elements. After depleting the opponent's health, players must charge up a data drain to end the battle. Root towns are non-combat areas in the world. The player may restock on items, buy equipment, or chat and trade with other players of the world. The player may also undertake optional quests and visit guilds. A key feature of all towns is the Chaos Gate. This blue portal is used to travel between towns, called servers, as well as access the fields and dungeons where battles take place. A password system controls the characteristics of each area. Depending on the characteristics of each word in the 3-word phrase, the resulting area may have different attributes, such as prevalence of monsters or items, among other features. Hack2U takes place in an alternate version of Earth in the year 2017. As depicted in the first Hack game series, the second network crisis was an incident that occurred 7 years ago in which many computer systems across Japan malfunctioned. Through the efforts of those game's hero, Kite, the incident resulted in the birth of Aura, the ultimate AI, capable of making decisions for itself. Under the guidance of Aura, the world, the most popular massively multiplayer online role-playing game at the time, flourishes. The events of Hack Legend of the Twilight occurred during this 4-year period. In late 2014, Aura disappears, resulting in the slow decay of the world and the internet as a whole. In response, the company that administrates the world, CC Corp, sets up Project GU and tasks them with remedying the problem. They come up with a Restore Aura plan, shortened to RA, in which they attempt to retrieve the fragments of Morgana, an AI that served as Aura's mother, and seal them into player characters of the world. In theory, this would allow the Project GU programmers to manipulate the Morgana program to recreate Aura. Only certain chosen players could control these special Epitaph PCs. After locating candidates to operate the Epitaph PCs, the team proceeds to test the RA plan despite concerns over anti-existences that might damage the internet. The program fails catastrophically and destroys over 80% of the data for the world. Instead of trying to salvage the data, CC Corp develops the world R2 and releases it to a new generation of players. However, this new game is less popular than its predecessor and becomes plagued by player killers, players who target other players for fun and sport. The Epitaph PCs, which had been lost during the RA plan disaster, resurface in the new version, attached to certain players of interest. Haseo, the main playable character of HackGU, is a player of the world whose friend Shino fell into a coma after being attacked by a player killer named Tri-Edge within the game. As a result, Haseo becomes obsessed with becoming strong enough to defeat Tri-Edge and save Shino. He earns the nickname Terror of Death for his relentless hunting of player killers. As an Epitaph PC, Haseo is recruited into the new incarnation of Project GU, which now handles debugging of the world. Yada, who played a key role in the events of .hack under the name Wiseman, leads Project GU, while other Epitaph PCs, including Kun and Pai, comprise the rest of the group. Haseo's hostile nature attracts the attention of Adeli, a member of the peace-loving Moon Tree Guild, who resolves to befriend him. Haseo is also searching for Ovan, Haseo's and Shino's former guildmaster who disappeared during .hack roots under mysterious circumstances. As part of a larger multimedia franchise, the GU games have inspired a variety of subsequent novels, manga, and film. An anime television series set before the events of HackGU was produced by B-Train under the title of Hack Roots. The series depicts Haseo's first experiences playing the world. It lasted for 26 episodes that aired in Japan between April and September 2006. HackGU Plus serves as a manga adaptation of the game's story. It was published in the HackGU, the World magazine starting in November 2005. With art by Yuzuka Morita and story by Tatsuya Hamazaki. It was collected in a total of 5 tankobon volumes published by Kadokawa Shoten. Tokyo Pop licensed the series for English publication in 2007 and released all of its volumes, from February 2008 to September 2009. Leslie Smith from Newtype wrote, HackGU Plus is yet another outlet for the story to shine, combining a compelling mythology with the manga format. A novel series of the same name, written by Tatsuya Hamazaki and illustrated by Yuzuka Morita, retells the story of the games with slight modifications, such as depicting epitaphs as weapons instead of physical avatars, and a further exploration of Haseo's background who gains a new armor. It is composed of a total of 4 volumes published by Kadokawa Shoten between April 2007 and August 2008. Tokyo Pop published the novels in North America. CyberConnect 2 also produced .HackGU Trilogy, a computer-animated film adaptation of the games that takes numerous liberties with the story. Bandai Visual released it in DVD and Blu-ray format on March 2008. Bandai Entertainment licensed the film for an English release, but only with Japanese audio accompanied by English subtitles on August 2009. Following the closure of Bandai Entertainment, Funimation announced at SDCC 2013, that they have acquired 4 .hack titles including the GU Trilogy. The game's sequel, .hack Link, is a PlayStation portable game that takes place 3 years in the future with a new version of the world. On November 3, 2017, Bandai Namco released an HD remaster of the .HackGU games, titled .HackGU Last Recode, for the PlayStation 4 and PC.